want you to imagine being the first name that people think about when they think about your business. Think about that. You all dropped a lot of your industries in here. So imagine when someone is thinking about, I need to buy a home, I need to sell a home, am I thinking about Sam? I remember Sam. Or if someone's thinking about health and wellness, I just want to feel better, I need to get some tips, I need to talk to Lenise. All right. And if I need anything about leadership or customer service, business strategies, I need to give El Marie a call. Okay. You've got to focus on, are you that person? Are you that one person that strikes someone's attention as soon as they think about it, they think about your business? Okay. So today's discussion is really going to be, how can I get my presence out there? How can I be that one? You know, how many of you want to be that one that people think about when they think about your industry, when they think about money, private money, funding? How can I get funding for my next real estate rehab job? I'm thinking about Andre Washington. Okay. So you want to make sure that, what do I need to do to stay top of mind for these type of conversations? I'm Lorie Woodruff, real estate agent and business coach in the Maryland area. And I help real estate agents and entrepreneurs market their brand and monetize as much as they can online. And I use social media as the main avenue, the main platform for a lot, because it's free. It reaches a lot of people, and you can do it in your footies if you want to. So I do a lot of social media marketing. I have a lot of my past and current coaching clients that are on here. So I may tap on you just to kind of chime in on some experiences that you may have had, so we can make sure that we journey this together to share with other people what has been going on. Okay. Well, my smart glasses here. Most real estate agents that are on here, I see you on here. The reason why I started looking into business coaching personally was because I am a real estate agent. And I know the ups and downs that we go through as far as the things that we need to do on a daily basis, and the things that we need to do just for discipline, and the things that we have to do for money. And that's the reason why I started going into coaching about a little bit over 10 years ago. All right. When people pour into you, what are you going to do with that information? You can keep it. You can be, hey, just for me, or you can really be a blessing to other people. And so for the last 10 years, a lot of what I've been doing is helping a lot of you and a lot of your peers in the industry move what they need to do, listen to what their problems are, and help them market their brand, monetize their brand. And I love that. So figuring out, one, what your purpose is definitely going to have to be a major hurdle that a lot of you go through. And we'll talk about those steps tonight. So make sure that you've got pen and paper. You've got pen and paper so that you can get through this as quickly as possible and have that breakthrough that you all desire. Let me give you 5 tips that I see that people have trouble in. And chime in and throw one if you know of any of these that may happen to you. Most real estate agents and entrepreneurs have trouble in certain areas. And I'm going to give you about 5 of them. There could be more, but I'm just going to give you these 5 areas. Okay. 1, they don't know what to say on the internet. They have no idea, Leah, what to say. They show up and they're just like, hey, I'm here. It's Thursday. I'm going to post something. I don't know what. And then maybe 3 more Thursdays from now, I'm going to say something else. Okay. It's nothing planned. Right, Robin? It's just, and I'm not calling on you like it's your problem. We're talking like we're in a discussion. We're in a workshop. We're talking, we vibing. But we have the problem where we don't know what to say. So a lot of times we just say nothing. So the page goes blank, whether you're Instagram, Facebook, whatever that you choose that is your social platform, and you just don't say anything. So knowing what to say takes time, and I'm going to help you with that. Okay. Number 2 is they lack the inspiration to keep going. You're just not motivated. They have no idea what to say. And then, of course, they're like, do I even want to say it? Anybody ever felt that way before? Like you just like, not today. I don't feel like peopling today, right? A lot of us don't want to people. I was talking to El Marie today, and it's like, you know what? How can you be people free but still make the money? How can you make the money, but I still just don't want to be around a lot of people. So what do you do to get the inspiration to keep going? Motivation is a daily task, but the inspiration has to be on a bigger realm. What are you doing every single day? Are you listening to something, some kind of audio? Me personally, I go to YouTube, Joel Osteen while I'm walking the dog. 22 minutes, I'm good. I got my inspiration at least started for the day. It could be Joel, it could be Eric Thomas, it could be Jim Rohn, it could be anything in the morning that's going to stretch me to be a better person, to communicate better, to solve some kind of problem that I might have been a little before, but I'm like, you know what? This is teaching me to be a better woman, a softer woman, a better entrepreneur in any of those arenas. So if you've done that, drop a 1 in the comments. If you have, just how do you start your morning? Okay. Some of you might read something positive. For me, it's audibles. It's something audible so I can listen to it and it can digest. Okay. Of course, prayer is number 1. Prayer is number 1. Absolutely. So just think about that. These are small habits make the difference. Nothing I'm talking about today is going to be, this costs $50,000. These are small habits that we can do on a daily basis to get us there. Got it. I love it. Thank you for sharing. So number 1, we don't know what to say. Number 2, we just lack the inspiration. And number 3, we have poor time management. You guys taking notes? You guys take these notes? Poor time management. You get up when you get up. You arrive at the office when you arrive or in front of the computer, whatever. There's no discipline of time. And one beautiful thing about working a job is that it gives us the structure on you have to show up at a certain time. HR lets you know how many vacation days you have, if there's a certain area for parking. Like there's certain designations for organization and discipline when you have a job. So having a job is an amazing start in life. My entrepreneurs, if you take that same habit on working your business, you'd be a badass every freaking day. Get up at a certain time. Take a break at a certain time. Get off at a certain time. When I was working, if Alicia's on the line or Sam is on the line, Emma, if there is anything else that I helped you with, it's time management. Get off the computer at a certain time, right? What time? Drop it in the comments. What is your time to get off the computer? Supposed to be. Supposed to be. If there is a time, it should be, if you have 9 to 5 hours, why are you getting off the computer at 9 p.m.? None of y'all said that y'all were EMTs. None of y'all said that you work for the fire department or ER department in the hospital. So where's the emergency that you have to be online at 9 o'clock? 4 o'clock, Emma, yep. Vivian is 5 o'clock. Alicia, 6 p.m. Mine is 5, sometimes 4 if I go work out. So you got to focus on what is my day? What does my day look like? 9 to 3? Because if you stop working at a certain time period and you know, shit, I only got 3 hours and I got to get this project done, you're not going to lollygag all day. So you can get off and you can actually have some time with your spouse, your family, go to Wegmans and just hang out in the cafe, whatever you want to do. But you got to give yourself permission time so that you're not rolling in off the computer and stressing. Because when you go to bed at 9 o'clock and you just got off the computer, guess what your mind is still doing? Moving, thinking, overthinking. Okay. So think about, write down on a piece of paper right now, what are your operating hours? We haven't even gotten into the work yet. So we're just getting started. What are your working hours? Just write that down right now. What are your working hours? It's no right or wrong, but you've got to give yourself boundaries, and you've got to give yourself that time where you're not just going, ooh, getting up at 10:30, get to work. You just missed out on almost an hour and a half of stuff that you could have done. Set an alarm clock. That's it. Set the alarm. I have the alarm. It goes off. So just like when you have a job, don't you get up and get your ass out of the house at a certain time? Do that. Okay. Everybody have it written down on their piece of paper. What are your operating hours? All right. Just write it down. Just write a 1 if you've gotten that. I just need help participation because I want to make sure we're getting this. This is important for me to make sure that you guys get this. Okay. You guys got your operating hours? Sam, Leah? All right. So number 4. This is a big one. Number 4, entrepreneurs have trouble in this area. They don't want people in their business. What the? I have a business, but I don't want to tell you about my business. You ever heard that before? I don't want people in my business. You're a secret agent. That's what you are. Good. I like that. Don't forget, Andre, you got to put in time for a break. Break. Now, when it comes down to the mortgage industry or the real estate industry, I understand that there are sometimes fires that we have to put out, but is it really an emergency at 8 or 9 o'clock when you're at dinner with your family? Don't make your family resent you because of your job. That's what I'm trying to get to. I don't want your family resenting you because you're on the computer all the time. If you set those boundaries and you're at dinner and you're continuously, oh, let me get this call. Hold on a second. Hold on. Just order what you want. Just order me anything. Hold on. I'll be right back. If you're continuously doing that, you understand that your family is going to resent your job. You're going to resent you and your job. Okay? Yeah. Friendships too. And they're gonna be like, oh, she's bringing her work again to the dinner table. So those are boundaries. Okay. If you're off at 5, if you're off at 6, you're off. You're off. Let your mind relax. Have a good time. Even if you're doing nothing but watching HGTV, watching sports, watching something on YouTube, do something for yourself. If you're like Sam, you're making funny videos. All right. If you watch his TikTok, he's making videos either on working out or he's got a little crazy character, little Sam, that he's doing. So whatever is doing, that's not work related. You got me? Okay. The last thing, number 5, what entrepreneurs and realtors have trouble doing is they have a lack of support. Have a lack of support. Like who's vibing with us? Where's the family love? Who's helping me out? If you're part of a community, then you have some kind of accountability, right? You got some kind of accountability of someone saying, hey, Leah, did you do XYZ like you said? Because last week you said that you were going to do X amount of calls and you were going to put this networking event together. Did you do that? El Marie, are you in a group that's letting you know, hey, your branding, your content, are you doing this like you said you were going to do? Andrew, do you have that family, somebody that's going to help you when you are falling behind on what you said you wanted to do? Okay. One of the things that we have trouble with is staying on top of all of these things. Yes or yes. And I'm going to say yes. But the discipline has to really be with you In all of these 5 areas, and I didn't get into money, taxes, or I didn't get into any of that, but these are some of the areas that I see why people come, they sit down and they're like, Lorie, I need help with this. These are the 5 things they typically have and what we typically work with, okay? So 1 was they don't know what to say on the internet. 2, they have no idea, they have no inspiration of moving forward through in the day. Number 3, poor time management, discipline. They're just doing whatever, whenever. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Number 4, they don't want people in their business. Crazy. You don't want people in your business and you're not getting paid. And number 5 is lack of support. All of this leads to a lack of what? What do you think, if none of these things are handled, what do you think there is a lack of as a result of all these things?
Production.
Production. What else? It begins with an M.
Money.
Money.
Money. Oh.
Money, Roz. Money. We're missing out on so much money. It's so easy to make money right now. It is. In your industry alone, there's no reason anybody should be broke. We just have too much access. So that's why we're going to get it tonight. And we're going to figure this out to see what basic things can we do to at least get things started. How many of you, discipline is right, all of that? Think about, you have men and women that are on this workshop tonight. I want you to think about the last time someone asked you out on a date. Okay? Women do ask men out on dates, so, it's okay. Men ask women out on dates, right? I want you to think about the last time. So let's say it's Thursday and you ask someone out on a date. And you're like, listen, this is the restaurant we're going to go to on Saturday. Saturday, I'll pick you up at 7 o'clock. I'm like, okay. So you know this restaurant. What's the first thing you think you're going to do when you get hold of the name of the restaurant? Tell me the truth. What do y'all do? Checking out the menu.
Menu.
Look at the menu.
I don't know about you, but I'm checking out that menu, right? So when I arrive, I want to be ready. Yes. You look it up, you want to see where it is. Is it DC, Virginia, Maryland? Like, where is it? All right, it's a good vibe. It's a good look. Okay. Your date picks you up. All right. You guys are going to the restaurant. And now you sit down, you're playing it all cool. The waiter brings you the menu. You're like, oh, I'll take it. Sure. You already know what you want because since Thursday, you've been checking out this menu and you already have filled out what the hell you want. Oh, I'm going to get that scallop right there. Oh, I see the calamari on there. Nice. All right. So you get to the restaurant, both of you are at the table, and the waiter comes over and asks you, so welcome. Are we new here? Got it. Okay. Any allergies? No? Okay, great. So let's figure out what can we get you guys tonight for dinner, right? And you want to play it all cool, like you really got to digest the menu. You already know what you want, right? Now, this is an Italian restaurant, all right? Let's just say it's an Italian restaurant. You're going to Maggiano's, all right? And the waiter says, all right, anything I can get you. And you're like, you know what? I'll take the shrimp scampi. And your date says the same. I'll take shrimp scampi too. So your waiter says, nice. Anything else? I'm like, you know what? Let's start with some appetizers. You don't need to look far. You already know calamari is on there. So you're like, calamari good for you? Yeah, calamari is good for me. So you got calamari, shrimp scampi, and then you said just red wine for me, white wine for my date. Got it? So you guys got the menu of what you want, right? The customer has sat down and told the waiter what they want. Shrimp scampi for the meal, red and white wine for the drinks, and then what for the appetizers? Calamari, okay? So you're talking and you're like, all right, waiter walks away. The waiter comes back and first of all gives you both 2 Pepsis. 2 Pepsis. You're looking and you're like, I don't think this is the right table. And you're like, we ordered a red and a white wine. The waiter's just simply saying, oh, my mistake. These were up already. These were up on the bar, so I just wanted to give you these. You're like, I don't want these. I didn't ask for Pepsi. All right, whatever. Just leave it on the table, okay? Mistake. First mistake. Couple minutes later go by and you and your date are talking. All y'all see is teeth with one another, all right? And then now he brings over some spinach dip. You're like, who is this for? Who's this for? The waiter said, this is for you. This first came up. It was hot and it smelled pretty good. I figured you guys might like it. So he brings over spinach dip with bread. Okay, great, thanks. So now you're looking at the waiter like he's lost his mind, and you're looking at your date like, this experience is just not what I want it to be. Got it? You're like, all right, fine. I like spinach dip. It's not a problem. Just keep it here. Now, a few moments later, comes back out with 2 meals. One is a steak dinner, and the other one is lamb chops. Now you've lost it. Now you've lost it, okay? That's not what we asked for the main entree. We asked for what? Shrimp scampi, okay? And you brought meat. You brought this meat and lamb chops out here, okay? Now, that example happens every single day when it comes to social media. Many people, realtors, entrepreneurs, life insurance, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, a lot of content creators are just spitting out what they want. Oh, I think they want this. They want to know about first-time home buyer stuff. I'm gonna just give it to them. I'm gonna just give it to them. But you fail to realize, what does your customer want? What does the audience actually want? You missed it. And all you had to do was ask your audience, what do they want? So that I, as the content creator, AKA the real estate agent, the business strategist, the insurance agent, I can give that to them with no problem. They're basically giving you the answers to the test. But we miss it sometimes as entrepreneurs because our ego says, I'm a real estate agent, so I know what you want. I work for a title company. I know what you want. But you're missing the boat. Got it? So I want you to always think in mind, what do they want? What does the customer want? And your job will be so much easier as far as giving it to them. Okay? I was talking with someone today who does stretch therapy. And he did it on me. He asked me, what would you want to see in my business that I'm not doing right now? And I said, that's a wonderful question. That's a wonderful question. I'm glad you asked that, because I'll help you with some tips on what I would be looking for as a client, instead of you just putting out what you think that the public wants. Does that make sense to everyone? Doesn't matter if it's a chain restaurant or whatever. It doesn't matter. All right. You get the points. There's a listening process. There's a listening process, and you got to make sure that you're on top of it. So that's just the appetizer, you guys. All right. We haven't even got started yet. Let's roll into why we're here today. The reason why I wanted to make sure that you guys are here at this ultimate branding workshop is to make sure that you are gaining the confidence that you need to use social media so that you can double your income. I don't care if you're a real estate agent and you are thinking, hey, I just want to do one extra deal per month. Point made. Thank you. I want to help you at least get 2 deals a month. If you're thinking, you know what, I've got some clients that need legal shield, they need legal protection. I'm doing 3 a month on average. I want to double that. I at least want to get 6 a month. I want to show you how to get that confidence so that you can get that on social media. Is that okay? Is that okay? Double, whatever it is, whatever income that you made last year, can we double that? Because the time that you're investing right now is free. So it costs you nothing. But the time that you're investing to actually implement these things is everything. It's everything. All right. Let's talk about 5 different ways. Now we're in the workshop. We're in the workshop now. These are the key notes that I use on a regular basis when I'm talking to my coaching clients to bless their business. Because there's not a one size fits all when it comes to, hey, how do I get more business? There's got to be some layers that I have to peel back first to figure some things out. It's just not, hey, here's some content. Good luck. When we're finished, I'll invite you to get more information because this is within 2 hours. I can't give you the world, but I can give you as much as possible. But I will invite you to get more information so that you can continue this process to get better. Is that okay? Here's some 5 ways that you can stand out in 2 hours. 2 hours, okay? And Emma, if you're on here, make sure she didn't drop off. No. She's good. Shayna, you doing good? Got your notes? Emma's good. Okay, I see you. We're going to talk about 5 ways.
Okay, you see me?
I see you, baby. Yes, thank you. Let's talk about 5 ways that you can really start to make an impression on your business in just these 2 hours, within 2 hours, okay? The first thing you want to do, you want to jot this down, is you want to do market research. Remember, Emma? Remember your market research?
I do.
Market research has to be done, and it's got to be fun. Market research is one of those things that people love giving their opinion. You know that. And if you're able to get someone's opinion to help you make more money and to help you with your branding, it's easy. Oh, this becomes so much easier. Because when I gave you the restaurant example, as far as be the content creator that gives the audience what they want, you're about to give your audience what they want just by doing the market research. Okay? So the market research is, I would say, get about 10 to 20 people, whether they're friends, family, or people that you've done business with in the past. It's okay. It doesn't matter who it is. But I want you to think about people, because most of you are in the real estate related type business if you're an entrepreneur. So it's easy to ask this type of question, okay? What would you most like to see in your industry that you've been unable to find? What are you looking for? Like, what's missing? Okay, so here's an example. And I'm going to just highlight someone in the real estate industry. Roz, you're in the real estate industry. Are you still with Century?
Yes, I am. Century 21, yeah.
Awesome. All right. So Rosalind is with Century 21. She's been in the business long time.
Too long.
Long
27.
time. Rosalind, you're going to go back to some of your past clients, right? People
Okay.
you have done business with. They trust you. They already know you. Now, we're not going to call past clients because they're still your client. They're still your client. Okay. Sometimes we go to the closing table and it's like, hey, I forgot about this person, but they're still your client. So you're going to go back to your clients that you've already done business with because you're a lifetime realtor with them, right?
Right.
You're a lifetime. They can come to you with questions in the future about homestead, taxes, anything about home insurance. Hey, do you know someone that can help me with X? I'm doing this renovation. They can always go to Roz, right? You're going to go back to those 10 to 20 people, stand up, and you're going to have a good, simple conversation. Hey, Lorie, just checking on you. I'm doing some research. I'm doing some research for a project that I'm working on in the future. And I wanted to get your opinion on something. Do you have a minute? This is not a sales call. I'm not trying to sell you, but do you have a moment where I can ask you a question? Okay, that's it. Okay, title company, you all have done business with. In the title company, Leah, you've got so many branches of people that you can call. You can reach out to lenders. You can reach out to the previous title, other title companies, okay? And you can actually reach out to the real estate agent. So you've got multiple layers of people that are in your business because, you know, people come to you for closing and you got their information, all right? So you want to go back to that person, Roz, and just say, look, what would you most like to see in the real estate industry that would help you get financing? Or to help you get down payment assistance? What would help you best if you were buying a home right now or selling a home that you haven't even seen yet? Now, what would be that one thing that you'd want to see in the real estate industry that would help you with your financing or let's say down payment assistance? And they will rattle it off. You're like, oh my gosh, I would get into a home, Roz, but my credit score sucks. Okay, got it. Jot it down. And when you mean sucks, what does that mean? Oh, I got like a 580 credit score. It's bad. It's not really bad to you, Roz, but to them, it's the end of the world. So you want to find out what is troubling you. My credit score is troubling me. I wish I had money. A lot of my money was exhausted, just kind of hanging out with the pandemic. So I wish I had more money. Got it. Money. So credit, money, and to help me get into these houses. If I can get in, you know, with less money, that would be really good. So Roz now has 3 different pieces of content that she could continuously put out because she did market research. She found out some of her people, and let's just say that was a repeat thing that a lot of those 10 to 20 people were saying. If she's getting a repeat conversation from people saying, I wish I had money, I wish I had better credit, guess what type of content she needs to create? They've already told you. You don't need to be putting in pretty houses of Brandywine and Charles County. You know, it's okay. But clients don't care about that. What they want to see is what's the bottom line? How much is it for me to get in there, and what does my credit score need to be? So your content is now, if you have less than a 620 credit score and you have $5,000, you could move into this home right here. People are like, and then you throw in the payment in there, you're like, that's what my rent is about to adjust to. Anyway, I could do it. So all you're doing is giving them hope and you're giving them confidence, but you dug a little bit deeper because you did the market research. Does that make sense, everyone? Now you've got the right content to give them. So instead of you just putting out content about rates are dropping, what does that mean? You could move in this house. Buyers, you can always buy. This is a good time to buy. For real? Tell me more. So this is digging deeper because you did your market research. Now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Roz, if those were your 3 days to do content creation, Monday, you can simply talk about how to improve your credit score. Wednesday's content can simply be about, let me tell you about the down payment program that's available in Maryland. We've got boom, boom, and boom. If you're interested in getting up to 5% towards your closing costs, which looks like this, you can do a little green screen. If you're a $400,000 home and the closing costs are going to run you, what's closing costs? Let's just say $25,000. It's going to cost you $25,000, you know how they point, $25,000 to move in. But you can move in this home for $5,000. If you're interested, make sure that you DM me and let's connect. You've got to show it. That's it. Just show it. Be a little bit more detailed on what you're doing so that people can say, oh, my rent is adjusting to $2,500 in September. Roz, how can you help me? Connect with your mortgage lender. And then there's apps inside of Bright in the MLS system where you can figure the payment out. You can just go in there and just say, well, this condo here is $350. She can do this. And you're right at $2,500. Boom. You're giving people hope. Does that make sense to everyone? Vivian, did I break it down okay? Sure enough. Sure enough. Market research is the first thing you have to do. You have to do that, all right? What would you like to see in the real estate industry that no one else is doing? What would help you get into a home? Or what would help you sell your home? What is it? So just ask those questions, and I would say get the opinions from about 10 to 20 different individuals, and you will have your content, y'all. You will have your menu of what to say. Okay, can we move on? Number 2. Oh, and if you need to I have a purpose finder. Some of you have used this before. I have a purpose finder quiz. And when we finish, I can give you that free quiz. Many of you don't know what your purpose is. And that's a whole nother class that I'll be doing in another 2 weeks. I want to make sure that everyone knows what their purpose is. Because if you're not in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing, this is going to feel rough and uncomfortable for you. But I need another breakthrough if you need to know, I need to know what my purpose is. Okay. So make sure you stay tuned for that because I do have that free quiz. I'll drop that when we finish. Emma, if you could just remind me, please. I got to make sure I get you guys that at the end. All right. It's 4 simple questions. And when I went through this quiz, it was everything for me because I was battling with what am I supposed to be doing? I'm doing great in real estate. My relationships seem to be good. But in 2016, no, let's back it up. Yeah, it was around 2011, 12-ish. I was trying to fight and find my purpose. Now, real estate was what I did for a living, but that's not what my purpose was. When I found out what my purpose was, it clicked because the answers to the 4 questions led me to believe that I'm supposed to be doing content creation, teaching, making money, helping others. None of that specifically said real estate. And when you guys take it for yourself, you'll be able to see what that looks like for you. And that's when I started moving more into doing videos and more content creation because that's what God was supposed to be working within me to do. It just so happens that I'm helping others through real estate. I'm helping others through business coaching. You got it? So I want you guys to figure that out because that breakthrough is everything to really get you to your next level too. Okay? So number 1, don't forget, Emma, remind me. Number 1 is going to be your market research. Please make sure you're doing that. And you're not just going to do it one time. I promise you, as the economy changes and we change and people change, you may need to do this maybe 3 or 4 times during the year just to get an updated pulse on what's going on with people out there. 3 to 4 times a year. The same content that I'm doing now is not what I was doing 6 months ago or even a year ago. So you got to just make sure that you're staying on top of what do people need? What do they want? Give them what they want. All right, number 2 and how you can stand out in the next 2 hours is identify your audience. This is the fun one. This is a fun one because you got to identify who are you serving. So El Marie, this is for you, girl. Who do you serve? Now, if I walk into a room right now and I specifically said, or someone asked me, what do you do for a living, Lorie? I'm a realtor. Alicia could look at me and be like, well, where do you sell real estate? Is it luxury homes? Is it military? What? Tell me more. If someone does that, then you haven't explained how you work. Many times we answer the question what we do instead of how we serve. So let's shift that and let's focus on, instead of answering the title question of I'm a title officer, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business development officer, I'm a realtor, I'm a lender. Instead of saying that, I want you to replace that with how do you help? So at the top of the conversation, I said, I help realtors and entrepreneurs market their brand online by using social media. Clear. So if you know exactly what she does. I asked a good friend of mine, what do you do? I'm a phlebotomist. What the hell is that? What is that? How do you spell it? Like, so if your answer is going to lead to more confusion, then you didn't do a good job of letting someone know how do you help. So here's how you can work on that. You guys ready? You want to make this phrase come alive the way you want to. I help blank do blank by blank. I help who do blank, do what by how do you do it? When I was helping individuals years ago with credit repair, I was helping them better their credit score. How I would answer that is when I walk into a room, a networking function, I'm not going to say I'm a credit repair specialist. No. Here's how I would answer that question then. I help clients with less than perfect credit buy their first home by using a simple credit repair method, a do-it-yourself credit repair method. Okay, you want to make it even jazzier. You do put your own spin on it. But I help people with less than perfect credit purchase their first home. If someone walks into a room and says that, you're like, oh, I need you, right? So now you've enticed the person in front of you, but you've also let them know exactly what you do. So when you identify your audience, here's the thing. You guys have bio sections in Instagram. You have bio sections on Facebook. You have bio sections in your LinkedIn. Change it tonight or tomorrow with your new phrase of how you serve. I help blank, do blank, buy blank. Right? Andre, how will we finish yours? Because you help people with funding. Because sometimes you can walk into a room and somebody is just going on and on and on. Have you ever been in a room like that, Andrew? And you walk into a room, you're like, I still don't know what you do. I have walked into a room and I'm like, I still don't know what you do. But they just kept going on and on. I'm just like, okay, somebody's calling me over here. It's just to get away because I don't know what you do. So Shayna, you help people with financing, yes?
Yes.
Got it. So how do you think you would fill yours in?
I like how you put that, helping people with less than perfect credit buy their first home. That is my favorite thing to
Right?
do. I do a lot of other things too, but that's one of them.
You like, okay, so that's something you do. You help a lot of clients with less than perfect credit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it works. And they keep coming back and they will send you so many referrals because you help them
Oh,
more than anyone
I'm
else.
helping 3 people in the same household right now for the same reason, because they all needed, and they all like, well, they're working with the same realtor, but they also like have heard how I work with them, and they like that.
Good. So how would you complete that sentence? You're doing financing for someone, so it's a little bit different. How would you complete that sentence?
I'm not sure if I would say it how I would say it, but I'm just thinking out loud. I help first-time home buyers and other people that don't have a whole lot of knowledge about financing.
Nope, just keep it skinny.
No, I know I'm not there. I'm just starting. So like I think that's part of it is like I get people that don't have a lot of knowledge about credit or any of that. And then I take them by the hand and slowly we fix all of those things. So and it allows them to buy a first home. But I know I have to figure out how to say that.
Okay.
But that's just not all that I do. I do a lot of things. So but it's a good thing to have like a short way to say that.
Right. And that's what your new bio should be on all of them. Make sure you've got all of that together. I help first-time home buyers with buy their first home with less than perfect credit. We're in the ballpark, right?
Mhm.
We're in the ballpark. And that's how many of you also can just start adopting something very similar. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out because people's attention spans are awful. And they're not going to be hanging out there saying, well, I help first-time buyers, sometimes military people, and then sometimes people in their secondary homes buy a home with their realtor. Like, it's just too much. So you just keep it real simple. And that confidence comes through when you're short and sweet and right to the point too. Okay. I help buyers purchase their first home with bad credit, or I guess with less than perfect credit. It's the right thing to say. But the last part, you just want to fill in that. A lot of times with my coaching clients, I'll have them go to ChatGPT and kind of fill it out. I say, hey, ChatGPT, I'm trying to get my one-liner together. Begin it with this. I am fill in the blanks. I help blank do blank with blank. And I will let them know I'm a real estate agent who helps people with less than perfect credit in the Maryland area. Give me 10 options. ChatGPT would give me about 10 options, and you can see what can I use. Oh, I like number 1. I like number 4, kind of combine them together. So use ChatGPT as much as possible. Ooh, okay. I like that, Leah. These letters are coming out so big. It says, I help homeowners protect the home from past title issues. I like that. I like it. Good start. Put that into ChatGPT.
I'm sorry, it should say protect. I'm driving. So it should have said protect. I help homeowners protect.
Yeah, for some reason, like my letters are like real big, so it's hard for me to read it. So I'm sorry. I know how to read,
It's
y'all.
probably me. Driving.
No, it's
So
my
it's like I help homeowners protect the biggest asset of their the biggest purchase, but it depends on what pack right might not be their biggest purchase. But I help homeowners protect the biggest purchase they're going to make from title issues of the past.
I love it. And go and put it into ChatGPT and ask for 10 other options and see how it jazzes it up too. But no matter what it is, I want you to fall in love with it, because whichever one that you pick, you're gonna be like, oh, I like this one best. That's your one-liner. You are no longer a title officer. All right. You want to go on there because you rarely see that. If you looked on LinkedIn, they're very creative with their one-liner. They just don't put in there business developer. They put a little bit more in there. So, Roz, you had something to say?
Yeah, it immediately, when you put that formula out there, it just immediately made me think about that when they talk about that elevator speech.
Yes.
You only got a certain amount of time to say it, and just I so love that. I so love how that formula helps
Made
you.
it up. No, I just made it up.
You didn't. Stop playing. You didn't. Did you just make that up?
No.
Oh, okay. No, but that honestly, that gave me confidence. It just now.
See, it's working. It's working. All right.
Instead of saying I'm a realtor, I'm a real estate agent. I didn't ask you what your title was. I asked you, what do you do?
Titles don't matter on the street. They really don't. How can you help me?
That's awesome.
That's it. How can you help me? People don't, they hear it. And I've been in network marketing groups before, and they have all these titles, and I'm just like, yo, nobody cares that you're a triple dipple diamond. Who freaking knows even what that is? Break it down. And how can you help that person? How can you help that person? Whatever the business is, just break it down. All right, Emma, what you got? I help individuals find their new construction home by providing expert advice and support. Good stuff. I already know new construction is your thing. That's it. You're not just, now, if you walk into a room full of real estate agents, then you can still jazz it up and say, I'm a new home construction specialist. Like, you don't have to be so particular if you're in a room full of your own peers, but be careful. You just want to let them know, I am a new home specialist in the Charles County area. That's it. Okay, just depends on the room. What else you got? Elmarie, I help busy, stressed professionals. Oh gosh, I can't read it because the letters are so big on my side. I help busy, stressed professionals do what? Come off mute, girl.
Okay. Abundantly structure their success. Or I could just say structure their success. So
Yep.
I used to just say, I help busy professionals to live abundantly stress-free.
Tight it down because I still don't know what stress-free means.
Okay.
Yep.
So what if I just take that out? I help busy, stressed professionals to structure their success.
By how? How are you doing that?
So the strategies, helping them put their SOPs together, helping them put their customer service programs together, helping them to build a structure to manage their teams, leadership structure.
Put all that into ChatGPT and see what he comes up with, since you're now the AI specialist
Okay.
with Trevor Otts. So
I
you
know,
put it in there and see what it comes up with. You just need to fill in the blanks and not have so much excess. I help
Okay.
busy professionals make more money or work stress-free by providing simplified workflows.
Okay.
Got it? Because people in corporate understand workflows. They, certain
Right.
terms they understand than real estate agents. They workflows, not the same, but corporate, they understand workflows, systems, strategies. They understand that. So I would say just put your one-liner inside. I use Copilot, but you can use that one. You can use ChatGPT. It doesn't matter. Just put it in there and ask for 10 options. Ask, hey, ChatGPT, give me the spiciest 10 options for this one-liner, and let them know a little bit about what your business is, Marie. So you give them a little bit more about what you do. They'll do it. All right, we got one more.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
You got it. You got it, Elmarie. All right, Naima. Angel, come off mute so I can, because I can't read.
Okay.
Thank you,
You
love.
can't read it?
No.
Well, I help individuals protect themselves, protect their families, and protect their businesses by providing a affordable legal options for them.
That's perfect. You're right to the point. Right to the point. And if you want to put that in ChatGPT just to see if it gives you any extra things to add to it, try that. But always ask for at least 10 options.
Okay.
For 10 options to give you what you need. But I like your structure. You're right to the point. You're right to the point. And when you get it, again, you guys, put it on all of your bios so that when someone's going to see you on Instagram, they see the same bio. On Facebook, they see the same bio. Just copy and paste it on LinkedIn, YouTube, like all of those bio sections, just slap that in there. I'm giving you a start so that when people know they want to work with you, you know what you do. And they know, am I the one that needs to work with Angel? Am I the one that's going to work with Andrew? Like, do I even need to be working with Leah? You got it. So it's easier that way. All right, we're good? Identify that audience. That's major. All right. Or they call it your niche. This is how you figure out who your people are. Now, what we're doing is the first thing is you're doing your market research so that you can figure out what do the people want. Then the next thing is going to write in the right order. The next thing you're figuring out is who am I and how am I going to show up for these people? Okay. You're creating your identity. You're creating your audience because now people who don't want legal protection are not going to come to Ms. Parks. So it's keeping some people away, but it's going to be attracting the right people. This is the reason why you have to put your bio up. People do pay attention to them. Because you do when you go to people's pages, right? You want to see what do they do? What do they do? So you're identifying the market research first, and then you're identifying who you are, and then that gates the right people to come into your space. Let's move on to number 3. Now you can go and have an online presence. Right, Lester? And you can't just bust out and just say, I want to be who I want to be. Let's get some content together by Saturday. You understand now why these things need to be built up so we can build up who you are and start building the right audience for you. Now we can work on the online presence. The online presence, now you need to start building your story. You need to start building your story on who are you? I like it, Alicia. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, Alicia. Now you want to build your story. Are you a silly person? Are you a serious person? Are you an educative person? Is that a word, educative? Educated. Are you going to be educating all the time? Are you an inspiring person? Like, who are you? Who are you showing up online? And if you understand, there's 3 different categories. There's inspirational posts, there are educational posts, and there's entertaining posts. If you can wrap in all 3, bravo. But if you're going to stick with any one, that's fine. But just understand, people's attention span typically leans into a variety of different things. If I want something funny, I want to see something Kevin Hart's doing. Right? I want to see something that a comedian's doing. Like, there's certain pages that I go to that I know they're going to give me something silly and funny. That's why we go to Instagram sometimes. Okay. If I know that I'm going to get some inspirational posts, there's certain pages that just give you inspiration. That's it. Nothing funny, but they're simply giving you the inspiration. You know, those quotes, those posts that, keep you, oh, that was good. Let me copy and paste this. Let me share this on my story. Those are the inspirational. Then you've got the educational ones that want to let you know, hey, what's going on in the industry? Here's some facts. Here's some figures. Here's what's going on. News. If you can do all 3, you've won. You've mastered it. Okay? And just like I shared with Roz, when you know that you've got, let's say, 3 days of the week that you're going to be posting, Mondays can be for inspiration. Credit on Mondays. Like, whatever, you can dictate the days so that you don't get overwhelmed with what do I say and when do I say it. Look at 5 days a week and break it up as far as those are the categories of how I'm going to do my content. Mondays could be inspirational stuff. Wednesdays could be educating. Fridays are your light days, so why not give them something entertaining, something funny, right? Maybe a meme that you found that was pretty funny. However you do it, make sure that you're looking at your calendar and doing it that way. But that way you can best chop up. I got a little bit of ADD. So if I looked at a whole calendar, I'm like, oh shit, I got to do a whole month of content. Break it down with the days that you want to post. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Start there. And just label it. What are you doing on Mondays? Mondays, we're talking about credit. Wednesdays, we're talking about educating something that's going on. Rates. Here, move into this home for this amount, okay? And Friday, we're doing something funny, something entertaining. You know, if you find these little silly videos that people are doing on the internet, copy that, and then that could be your Friday post. People need lightness on before going into the weekend, okay? So develop a story on who you are, how do you want to show up, intertwine all of those different combinations of inspiration, entertainment, and education within your post. And here's a big one. I know you guys going to push back on this one. How many of you have had some professional photos? Professional ones, not the ones on your phone. Professional. Okay. when was the last time you did a professional photo shoot so that your people can see that you look like you're a professional? That might be some of the reasons why you don't show up, because you're like, I don't feel good enough. I don't sound good enough to be on video. Emma, it's time. I typically like to do a photo shoot at least every 2 years. My look changes, your look changes. You want to have some professional. If I did almost 200 to 300 pictures, do you understand that that can last you for a long time? Roy Cox is my go-to. He's over in the Baltimore area. Oh, whoever you want to use, it doesn't matter, but that right there is an experience. Now, one of the realtors I was doing social media management for, he passed away, unfortunately, but I was doing social media management for him. He never had photography done. And I said, before I even start doing your social media posting, I need some pictures of you. So we went to Roy Cox's studio. He didn't fight me on it. He knew he needed it. So he got some headshots. Roy Cox is in Baltimore. You look him up. And he does a lot of polished editorial work. He does a lot of work for professionals like you guys, a lot of realtors. And those are the photos that you need for the next 12 to 18 months. Headshots, body shots, just to kind of chill shots. And whatever it is, and he's had some musicians come up there. He takes the instruments, they're working on the instruments, like whatever it is, you can bring it up there. I had my car up there one time for a photo shoot, and I had my car that had Lorie TV tags on it. And I was like, can you put the car in there? Like, I feel pretty big. Can we do that? He was like, yep. And I was doing it with the car. So you guys got to get into the habit of, you are the brand. Branding and marketing are two different things. You are the brand. If you work for Century 21, that's great. But Rosalind, you are the brand. That's who the people care about. Remember, they don't care about Century 21. They do, but they don't. They don't care. The name is not as important as to how do you get treated? How do you treat your customer? Right? So you want to make sure that you're showing up, do a photo shoot, and make sure that when you are doing your content, you have something to put out once in a while that has your beautiful face on it. And please do not hurt yourself on, I look bad. All of you look amazing. And when you get dressed up, it's a whole experience. He has a makeup artist there. Go get your hair done however you want, but he's got the makeup artist there, and just have a day. I was there. I was doing some behind the scenes for my client there. So not only was he getting the shots from Roy Cox, the professional ones, I had about 100 behind the scenes stuff. And that's what people like to see. They like to see stuff in motion. Okay. So those are things to think about. If you haven't done a photo shoot in a while, schedule it. Write that down. Schedule my photo shoot, because people want to see your face. A recent picture, not the 20-year ago picture that you had like this at Olin Hills. Not that one, right? And if you like me there at the photo shoot with you, I can do the behind the scenes so you can have some more footage throughout the year. Let me know and I'll definitely be there. I'll take a ride out there when it's not snowing outside. Okay, when it's not snowing outside. Branding and marketing are two different things, all right? Make sure that you understand what that means. Branding is who you are. MAC, makeup, who they are. Oprah Winfrey is a brand. Andrew Walker is a brand. LorieWoodruff, a brand. All of you are a brand. Remember that. Don't forget that. Marketing is how you market. Social media, email. How you get your message out is the marketing. How does MAC get their message out? They're in the middle of the mall, loud music, right? And they're making people's faces up. That's marketing. That's marketing. How does Oprah market her brand? TV. When she was on TV, right? TV. But she's now on YouTube. So how are you marketing your brand? How I help most of my clients is through social media so that you can get the confidence to be on social media. And these are the tips that you want to just kind of hang on to, as far as these are just some small things, but these are the things that make you stand out. Okay. How are the people standing out? They're doing these basic things. I didn't do anything big yet, right? Nothing cost a whole bunch of money. And then even with this, I have not spent over $1,000, and I'll typically have either 2 or 3 outfits. It's not about the money, but I have to invest to say, what is the rate of return when I'm investing inside of myself? Because when you're investing in these photos, you feel good. You're all made up and you're like, I'm the shit. You remind yourself, I am the shit. You forget. Do that so that you can pour back into your business, okay? And those headshots go a long way. So get the photo shoot booked. If you need Roy Cox's information, let me know. But that's an experience. When you go there, I promise you, that's an experience that you will never forget. Okay?
I have a quick question.
Sure.
So when you say behind the scenes, what does that mean?
Okay, so imagine being in a studio and Roy is shooting you.
Uh,
I'm behind the photographer shooting you guys in motion. Okay. In between the sessions, you're walking around, you may say something goofy, or I may pull you aside and like give me some tips on what you're experiencing today, Roz. Well, I'm loving it here. I think all professionals should invest in their brand. Just behind the scenes just means raw, uncut,
okay.
unscripted type of things.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
And people love behind the scenes. They want to see not only are you just made up, but they also want to see you walk in with your bonnet on, coming in first, we're getting ready for the photo shoot, that kind of behind the scenes stuff.
So behind the scenes, would you say that you personally are taking pictures or videos or both?
I was doing it for my client at the time, for my coaching client at the time. Yeah, I was there for him because I needed the content when I was doing his social media content. So I was doing it. But actually, the lady that did my makeup, she was doing it for me. She was doing it for me as well when I did it for my photo shoot. So you can even ask the lady who does the makeup there, hey, can you shoot some behind the scenes? And they were dope, no problem. I just slid her like another $100 or so just for her time because she didn't have to do that. She did my makeup. She wasn't there for behind the scenes. I just slid her that so that, that was for her time. Did I answer the question right?
I think so. I think it sounds to me like you might be doing videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would use those or both. Okay.
Mm-hmm. There were images and I took some video as well. Mm-hmm. Because if you've ever noticed on social media, Shayna, when you can see, let's just say if I'm looking like this, right? And then when you get that image, have you seen it where someone's writing on the screen text?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was taking the images for him. And some of the posts I would write on the page, write on the picture, just some small. Mm-hmm. This is your time. Just something I was just writing, whatever. There's a lot of stuff I was writing, but those things you make, like if I took a photo this way and I had all of this space, this just gives me the opportunity to write text in this area, in this open area. And Roy Cox does that a lot with his photos too, because he knows you're going to be using that for future social media postings. Perfect. You're going to Virginia for a photo shoot. All right, well, let's see what the weather looks like. But you got it, El Marie, get it done. All right, so we're on number 4. We're almost getting things wrapped up. Number 4. So we talked about your online presence, right? So number 1, we talked about market research. Number 2, we talked about identify your audience. And number 3, we talked about your online presence. Now realize your online presence could also be, do you have a website? Do you have a landing page of some sort that gives some information about what your business is about? Sometimes your company's provided, that's fine, but sometimes you may want to have your own independent landing page so that you can, tell people more about your services and have links to more opportunities of people to work with you. Okay, so websites, if that's something that you need help with, let me know. Then we can help you get a website if you don't have one already. Number 4, now we get into content creation. Number 4, we're getting in now into the content creation. All right, you've developed who you are, you developed your audience, you know what to say. Now it's time to put that content creation out there. Like I said, you want to have a calendar and create that space of what days of the week am I going to be posting? And what am I going to be talking about? Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday? Like, what am I going to be talking about? Some of you might be better with blogging. If you have a blogging website, that might be better for some people because you like to write. That's still content creation. If you like doing videos, that's cool. There is vidIQ, vidIQ. That is an AI software that will create faceless videos for you if you don't want to show your face. vidIQ, vidIQ. And that way, those are just some opportunities of how can I get video out there, okay? Or you can use some of the video, the images of the behind the scenes that you did at your photo shoot. Just let them, stretch out. Some photos I would take from sites like unsplash.com. Those are free sites where you can get free images from. You don't have to pay for them. Some of them you can if you want, but some of they're royalty-free pictures. Unsplash. So if you go to Unsplash and you're like contemporary homes, it'll give you pictures of contemporary homes. Those are royalty-free. Go ahead and download those for free. And there's some of your content that you can slap in with your content. Got it? Remember, we're talking about 3 different categories. Are you going to be inspirational? Are you going to be educational? Or entertaining, or a combination of both? Do that. The more information that you can give, the better. I remember an entrepreneur, he's older. He came to me and he says, "Why are you giving out so much information?" And I said, "Because I follow the Gary V model. Jab, 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 hook. If you read that book, you'll understand. Jab, 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 hook. The jabs are simply value, 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 value. Just give it. Hook is the offer. Okay? It's your call to action. So I don't have a problem with giving out information because I understand most people don't do anything with it anyway. They don't. Okay? The video app, vidIQ. Yes, I'll type that in here. It's an AI software, Leah. It's an AI software. Google that and it'll come right on up. When it comes down to, you're welcome. When it comes down to the jab, 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 hook, that simply means give as much value as possible. Talk about what's going on in the industry. Talk about rates, payments. You're not giving out too much information because you know what people are doing? They're trusting you. They know they can go to you because you got way more information. If you gave this much, she or he has got way more. I know he's got way more information, right? So that means you're the person that they need to go to. You are the go-to person when they think. Remember, at the top of the conversation, if your name can be the top of their minds when they're thinking about Legal Shield, health and wellness, buying a home, are you thought of? Because you were the one that were giving out as much information. They're going to come to you. They're going to come to you. How many times should you be posting? A question comes up often. When you're first starting your pages out, your social media pages, I would say at least 2 to 3 times a day. Yeah, I said it. 2 to 3 times a day. Because the algorithm needs to see who the heck you are. And they need to see, oh, he's here, she's here to stay. So 2 to 3 times a day. Now, once you start getting your people and you got your call to actions and people trust you, then you can scale it back. But when you're first getting things started, 2 to 3 times a day. What time of day doesn't even matter. Just get it out there. Just get it out there because people are up at 2 o'clock in the morning looking at posts, 4 o'clock in the morning, going to work. You got people going midnight. So it doesn't matter what time you post. Just get it out there. Okay. So the content creation is something that I value. A lot of you, some of you on here have gotten some of the content that I have written. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk with you about. If you know that you can simply copy and paste content, this part of your job will be so much easier because some of you may not know what to say. You just don't care about what am I going to say on Monday? I've got the solution to help you with that. Okay, because it makes your job so much easier. So much easier. So we'll get to that in a minute. So the content creation, plan it out so that you know whether it's going to be one of the sites you can use for free is called Medium, like small, medium, large, Medium. Medium is a blogging website that you can use. If you love to write articles, use Medium for that. And you could hyperlink, let's say your real estate page in there, or let's say you're doing credit challenges or you're doing anything with credit education. If you have any kind of links, you can link it inside your article. That way it takes people off of the article to maybe your affiliate page or some other page that you want them to buy one of your services from. So Medium is good. And I like Medium. You can take the link and you can post that on Facebook as well. You can post that. Or if you start a Linktr.ee page, Linktr.ee is a landing page which is free, but it allows you to put all of your links on there as far as your pages, your calendar, your emails, and maybe your blogging site. So you can put Medium on there as well. Yes, darling, how can I help you? Ross.
Okay, so you're talking about, posting 2 to 3 times a day. So there's this confusion I have about Facebook. The business page versus the personal page.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, help me out, because then they're saying I've heard that if you post your business on your personal page, then, they'll shut you down. And the whole point of it is, I'm posting listings or information about real estate and but it needs to be in the business page. And how do I get it over there to the personal page so it's, constant?
Okay, that's a good question because it depends on your business and how you want to do it. You are business, you are the real estate queen. So if you have 2 different pages, it may throw you off where it's going to be confusion on shit. Did I put it on this page? And I got to put it on both pages. Sometimes it's a confusion method. You need, if you want to do future postings and ads, Roz, if you're doing ads, then you need to have a business page. Okay? You've got to, because Facebook.
You're advancing me now. You're advancing me, and I need to learn to do that.
Let's just say you're not even doing any ads and you just want to sell real estate, but you still want to be a human being. A personal page is fine. A personal page is fine because there are ways that you can still have a little bit of you, family life. Hey, I got a dog today, or, it's snowing outside, but here are some ways, to fix your credit. So it's still you. So I use a personal page. When my page got hacked on Father's Day, I had both a business and a personal page. At that point, I just said, scrap the business page, and I just used everything through LorieWoodruff. It's okay. You see a lot of people that do that. Same thing with Instagram. Don't confuse yourself to have so many. People want to see you as an individual. They want to see you in motion. They want to see you're real. So if you got too many pages, then the work page is all heavy on houses and credit and, fix your credit. But then the other page is simply on what? Just you. Your friends may not know what all that you do.
But then you get into, I forgot what I was going to ask you. But I hear what you're saying, and so I'll try that.
You're not gonna get in trouble. You're not gonna get in trouble. It's just that if you ladies and gentlemen are interested in getting Facebook ads, yes, you do have to have a Facebook business page. That you can't do that on a personal. That's the only difference.
So my LLC, Home Sold by Roz, right? So that needs to be on a business page. And so all my, whatever needs to be there. But from what you're telling me, branding me, am I branding me or branding my business? Am I branding Rosalind Chapman? Is that what I should be doing?
Yes.
Because I got caught up in all of this noise and I felt like I had to run out and get this name that I had to start marketing this, instead of Rosalind Chapman.
Keep it simple. Rosalind Chapman. Just keep it simple. Yep. Now, when you are doing your business, your documents, your papers, you got your LLC stuff on there, right? Right. You're not a secret agent. So if you're trying to hide from people or the law, then I can see why people would have a page where their face is not showing and it's the LLC page and it has nothing with your name in it, but you're not running from the law. So you want people to love you, trust you, and work with you. So Rosalind Chapman is your page name. Does that help everybody else? And sometimes people put, real estate after your name, Rosalind Chapman -real estate. That's okay too, so people still understand it. But remember, your bio is going to let people know exactly what you do. Okay. All right, so we're rounding things up. Value, no fluff. Just don't give them BS. Give people as much information. If you learn something from a seminar, give it to them on the page. If you learn something from something that you heard on YouTube, give it to them. All right, just recycle the information. And remember the book from Gary V, Jab, 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 Hook. Give them as much value as possible. You are a value content creator. We have moved in from being a real estate agent, an entrepreneur, an author. Andrew is an author, finance guru. You're still going to be a content creator as well, because that's the place where the people are. That's where the traffic is. And that's where you want to be, where the traffic of people are. Okay. Last thing, we're on number 5. How you can stand out in just 2 hours. We made it. We made it. The last thing that you can do is networking. Networking and community building. You've got to be in relevant rooms that you're needed. Okay? So Elle Marie has a brunch that she does once a year, but she still has organizational meetups throughout the year with multiple different entrepreneurs. That keeps everyone connected to her brand. So think about what can you do to start your own posse of people and start your own networking group. You understand that most podcasters start doing a podcast because they're fearful of public speaking. They need some accountability. One of the things David Shan says, he has the social proof on YouTube. If you follow him, he speaks a lot to entrepreneurs. If you pay attention to David Shan's, he will remind you, I did this morning meetup at 8 a.m. so that I can get my ass up. So I can be around people smarter than me, and so I can be accountable to get up. He does it Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. for an hour. That's commitment. So that means that he has to show up. It's his platform. Me too, Alicia. So if you want to follow anyone who is talking anything about entrepreneurship, social proof on YouTube is my number one. Social proof. Earn Your Leisure is another one. Oh my gosh. Earn Your Leisure is another one. So if you want to hear about conversations, about smart money, real estate, stocks, what's going on politically, definitely make sure that you follow those guys. So I'm going to put in social proof because you can find that pretty easy. Social proof is one, but David Shands is the host of that platform. That's one. These are some places that you can follow as far as being in a community. And the other one is called Earn Your Leisure. Look at those on YouTube, and I bet you will learn so much. I'm learning just what stocks I need to put my money into just by listening to them on Your Leisure. This is a whole different world that we're in right now. Assets. Get as much of it as you can. You're welcome. You're welcome. And if you're going to be a part of a community, those are some that you want to look into. But if you want to start your own community, then do that. Because that would, again, like I said with David Shands, you do that so that you can be accountable to, all right, well, I'm hosting the meeting, so I'm going to have to get these folks together, and it's going to make you a better speaker. It's going to make you a better collaborator. Got it? And it's going to help you network better as well. So that way you've got more people that are coming to you as the trusted advisor because it's your group. You stand in the front of the room, they trust you that you're going to do that. Okay. Here are some things I would say you want to have as your first hire. Your first hire should be an administrative assistant, also called a VA. Many of us do not like doing administrative work. I don't. And if you go to a site such as Upwork, I love Upwork because they're a little more on the professional side, but you're able to post a job. What do you want? Who are you looking for? Social media content provider? Are you looking for someone to help out with phone calls for your real estate or your business deals? Your first hire should be someone that's $8 an hour. And they don't have to work 40 hours a week. Let me break down the math for you and how this works. If someone is working 10 hours a week, just start out. 10 hours a week, that means 2 hours a day, they're touching your business some kind of way that you're not. So 10 hours a week, $8 an hour person. How much is payroll at the end of the week? $80. You all spend that just going to a restaurant, like really easy. $80 for payroll. And if that person is giving you a rate of return on, hey, we got a new customer that's interested in selling their home. Did that $80, was it worth it? I think so. One phone call into my database, a young lady, she found one of my clients, and I wasn't even knowing. She was on my list of renters in the past. She says, I'm interested in buying a home, cash. So let's see, $8 an hour, what it would do for you. That was a $300,000 sale. So the commission that I made on that was about $9,000, but the money that I invested in her was less than $500 a month. Was that worth it? So think about the administrative things that you don't like to do in your business. Hire an administrative assistant to help you with that, Andrew, because now you can shine and people are just, hey, your young lady or young guy say, hey, this person is interested in your book, or this person, Leah, is interested in your services. And hey, El Marie, this person is actually interested in signing up for one of your coaching programs. All you got to do is get on the phone, swag a little bit, talk the talk, and close the deal. So let's not focus on how much does it cost. We want to focus on, I'm investing into you $80 a week. That's less than $400 a month. You're going to get me somebody. You're going to get me somebody. It's going to be some kind of positive return. All right. So that is just my golden on the top, sprinkle, that make sure that you're hiring somebody and budget it in. It's not about how much it costs. It's how much business am I losing because I don't have this admin person. So go to Upwork tonight, tomorrow, post a job for free. Post whatever you're looking for and just bullet point it. I'm looking for this type of person, got to do detailed oriented, it's got to know Excel, Microsoft Office products, do all that. And then watch, you'll get all these people coming in, and then you've got to interview them, feel them out, see how you like them. Do they speak okay for you? Because they, you want to make sure that they speak English the way that you want them to speak English, and you give them a script and you're good to go. That's how it starts. That's how the relationship starts, at least. All right. So do that, and that's how you're doing your team building. Continuous learning and community is necessary in the digital space because you can be anywhere working, but your assistant needs to be helping you support all the things that we just talked about. All the things that we just talked about, okay? And from this point, Roz, did you have a question?
Yeah, I had a virtual assistant that worked in the Philippines, and it ended up being a disaster. And so, yeah, it was cheap. I can't even tell you. So what she did was, one of the things she did was trying to get me more followers, right? For the numbers or whatever it is that they do. You're supposed to get all these followers.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
And they were in another language. It was a mess, and I couldn't undo it. I couldn't unfollow all these people that she had attached to Instagram. And I thought it was like a movie, the movie with the translation thing, the closed caption, and trying to understand what it was. I was so frustrated. The time difference drove me crazy and can do X, Y, Z. And so it kind of turned to me excuse me if I say it, the cheap labor. And so I do have a transaction coordinator now, but I pay her by the transaction, but that's not business building. That's just handling my transaction. So right. I'm suffering in this one area that you're talking about now, and I don't have the warm and fuzzies about it.
Well, I would say with that, I'm sorry you had that experience, but you have to interview a few before you can get to the ones, like dating. So I would say next time when you get those candidates in, you spend time to at least talk with them, do a Zoom with them to break down what you need. I wouldn't want anybody touching my Instagram as far as getting me followers. That's a no-no because that can really mess up the true algorithm of people. So don't ever buy followers or, do anything like that because you're getting fake people to your page. So don't do that. Only thing I would say for them is if you have content, give that to them and they can post that on your page. That's healthy enough. But I would say interview at least 5 people. I've got a couple I can share with you if you want. And if you need some, I've already interviewed them, but interview them like they are coming on a date. And you really need to get into, this is how I work. How do you work? What phone system do you use? What time of day are you working? Like you really need to get into it and listen to how they speak, because if they're going to be speaking to your clients, then you need to make sure that the way that they're speaking is okay for you. Okay?
And I have to say this in it, that's being vulnerable right now. I I've been self-employed for 27 years. I haven't had to interview anybody. I don't know that whole thing. I didn't know. So what you're saying to do, I'm winging it,
Yeah, I know.
and
Try
I've
that.
made the mistake. And so now I still don't know what to do. I don't still know how. That's not my lane.
I got
That's
you.
not my
Make
lane to
sure,
hire.
just remember, think about it like it's dating. Don't overthink it. But if you're dating someone, over time, you're going to be asking us several questions, right?
Right.
Do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you have kids? Like you're going to ask all these things so that you can figure out, is this a good fit? Am I getting a good vibe? Don't just go with the very first one. Interview a few.
All right.
I know, boss lady. It changes. Our business model changes. But I have a couple if you all need some referrals for that. There's
Please.
2 or 3 that I know I have in the queue that's looking for work. And if they are somebody you want to talk to, they're more on the admin side. They're okay with making phone calls and they're okay with doing other admin things that you can do that don't talk to customers. Right? Okay. Exactly. That's why you're needed, girl. So as we're finishing up, we have the 5 things, right? Does everybody have the 5 things that it has to go in that particular order? What are the ways to stand out? Your market research has got to be done first and foremost. That's number 1. Number 2, you're going to identify your audience. And remember that phrase that pays, I help blank. Do what? Buy blank. All right, you're going to be very specific and change that on all your bios. Number 3, you're going to have that online presence. Get that visibility up again. You are a superstar. You are the brand. Don't forget that. Number 4, you're going to have that content creation. And number 5, you're going to have that networking atmosphere. Remember, you are not a 9-to-5er anymore, but you can still bring that same discipline over. Like Marie helps corporations with their SOPs, right? Their standard operating procedures. She's helping people transition with stress in the environment. So these are kind of things that when she gets people together, she helps people like Rosalind and individuals like Rosalind and Emma and everybody, because we're on this entrepreneur train. So we got to tighten it up and get to what's the structure like it was, not like a corporation. What is the structure needing to be so that I can run this business, have a business plan, and then move forward so my clients trust me. They know to work with me. Okay? So she's a go-to person for that. So I want to give you 2 offers so that we can continue this relationship, because you all need content, which I have, and you also need to have some more strategy sessions to keep going forward. Do you want to hear the good one or the better one first? Good or better?
Isn't that in the eye of the beholder?
It is. It is.
Okay.
Start with better first. I'm going to start with better first. And what that one allows, in that one, I think Emma, we've done this together so we can see a little bit more. I want you to start thinking bigger at this point because it's the top of the year. And this is the main reason why I wanted to do this workshop at the top of the year. When you take a look at your business goals for 2025, do you guys have an amount of money that you've written out on how much money you plan to make? Yes or no?
Not yet.
Okay. Anybody else? How many deals do you want to close? If you don't have that direction, it's not happening. If you don't have it written down, it's not happening. I hate to say it. My coach will beat me up with what I'm about to share with you. So that means if it's not written down, it doesn't exist. So if we're talking about the better option at this point, I want to make sure, I love it. I love it. Five. The better option is I want to at least invite you all to 6 sessions to continue working with me. That's every other week, you and we're digging into your business. We're reeling it back to figure out what's needed so that we can come forward. So this next quarter, this first quarter, you've got numbers and you're exceeding them. Whatever your number is, your number is going to be different. Robin's number is going to be different from Marie. Marie's numbers are definitely going to be different from Sam. All right, and so on. So we're reeling it back. And if I want to do that opportunity, that's $2,500. I'm just putting that here. That's the better option. That's 6 sessions to work with me. My coach would kick me in my butt right now because he's like, where's the one? Where's the one? It should be in front of that too. Because $12,000 is really what it should be for 6 sessions to be one-on-one, giving you all the resources, the virtual assistants, all the extra people that you need to support your business. That's the better option. So if that is something that you are interested in for the next 3, I can only do 3 because I got a business still to run. I got to make sure that I have enough support to do that. So only 3 clients can I do that for. It's only, Marie, $2,500. And that is for one-on-one sessions. This is not a canned session on, hey, I got that off of a group page. We're doing the same thing for you versus Sharice. No, we're figuring out, first of all, who is your ideal client, first and foremost, so that we can roll into those 6 sessions with ease and confidence so that we know who are we talking to. What does this business plan need to look like? Do you need a business checking account set up? All right, how's the money look? Where is the money flowing from your commissions to your personal account into your business account? Who do you need for your business? How do we help structure this content creation? And I'll give you all the resources for the VAs and the scripts that I use for the market research as well. That's the better option. The good option is something that a lot of you can take part in right now because many of you have daughters, you have sons, you might have cousins, nieces, someone who's not working right now. This is the better option. Now I'll show this one to you on the screen because I'm a visual person, so you need to see it. But this one's going to be a course that you can do this at your own pace. And I say this because this allows you 2 things inside the course. One, it's going to give you 33 modules, and I'll show you, of various topics of more than what we talked about today. And I'll show you what those topics look like. Plus 12 months of content that I've already written. Andrew has had the content that I've already written. He's gone through 1 year of it. I noticed a difference in his page simply from him using the content that I wrote that he used to sell more in his business. Andrew, you there? Andrew, Emma, those are 2 individuals that have used the content. So just for that alone, many of you, when we go back to that number 1, I don't know what to say online. Let me be your writer. I've already written the content out for you. You just need to take it, edit it to whoever, what industry you have, and then you can just post it. Okay, Monday, got it. So how it comes out is you're getting 12 months of content, not all at one time, y'all. But every Monday, you're going to get 7 pieces of content. That's 7 days a week, right? So every Monday, you'll be getting 7 different pieces of content. Use whichever one you want. But now this is helping your clients better engage back with you. It's elevating your conversations, and it has call to action so that it's not just a one-way conversation. So instead of you saying, hey, the rates are this and that, you're saying, well, tell me what you think the rates are this week. something like that. There's call to actions, because if you don't direct people or invite people what to do, guess what? They're going to keep scrolling. You're going to go to the next post. But if you notice the posts that have the most activity, it's the ones that say, what do you think? I like this house versus this house. Like, which house do you like better? People love putting their opinions in the comments. That engagement helps your algorithm push you up so you can be a little bit more popular online. And with that comes more customers, and that brings more people to your brand. So I'm going to show you so just those two things right there, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, that's a lot of information there. But I'm going to show you what this looks like as far as the 33 different modules, because I believe someone's not working right now, and someone right now might need a part-time job. Someone might need a part-time job. I'm so serious. And with this alone, this allows somebody to go online and get the courses that they need. And what if they wanted to develop this as their own business? This is called the Ultimate Branding Course. There's over 47,000 members that are in this community right now of people just like you and I. They bought this so that they can build their own businesses. Small, big, it doesn't matter, but they've started their own business. So here are some of the courses that you get inside of it. Some of them have started, Robin, let you know, some of them have started their own branding agency with this. Think about how many people you know right now need work. And if you started your own agency and you can start posting for other people, I'm giving you the content. I'm giving you the content. But here's the strategies here on what you're going to learn. How to launch your own program, email marketing, mindset mastery, attraction marketing. This is not network marketing, y'all. This is not network marketing. This is one course to help you with your marketing online. Faceless marketing. Some people just want to know, how do I do the faceless marketing? Selling online. And here's an example of what you see in it. There's different videos inside of here. And she's just going through different courses, how to storytell, know your product or service. All right, let's get back to the modules. Some people, like I said, they need a business to start. You're hired. You can hire yourself instead of waiting for someone to hire a digital marketing agency. So again, who do you know that's not working? This could be for them. Or you could supply this for your VA, have them do the work to help support your business. All right. Content creation. This video section goes into ChatGPT, ManyChat. If you've noticed on Instagram, when they say drop the word webinar in the comments below, it goes to another page and it gives them the webinar link. People are lazy. They're not going to go to the bio section or, do anything else. But if you are trying to direct them off of Instagram to buy something, let's say your ebook, your course, or this webinar, for example, drop the word webinar or whatever keyword that you use, and ManyChat can help you with setting up those keywords to simplify and automate your business. Marie, I'm sure Trevor has taught you that. If you want to be a badass with Instagram, how to better your reels, those videos go into that. Value videos, YouTube. Now, think about how many people you know that just want to start a YouTube channel. This goes into how to create your own YouTube channel, how to get monetized through them. They show you all of those tips on what you need to do to make right videos for here. TikTok, editing. You want to know how to edit, CapCut, or these are two editing tools here. Business expansion, how to understand your taxes, and digital product creation. So many people are thinking about, I want to do an ebook. They show you how to create that. How to master memberships. Marie, you might want to do a membership for some of your entrepreneurs that are in your group. That shows you how to do that. A men's module, so for the guys, how to do specific marketing just for guys. There's a module trained by a guy in here. Affiliate marketing shows you how to make more money. with other affiliate companies. All right. Beauty branding, some of the girls like the lashes and the hair and all of that. It shows you how to do a business brand. So all of these that are included in here, plus the content that I'm supplying for 12 months, that good number is $500. That's it. There's nothing monthly, but I would say if you're not going to do anything else, at least have this, the ultimate branding course, and I'm giving you the 12 months of content included in there. And if it's $500, you can pay that at one time, that's fine. But if you want to also do the split payments, I think in 4, you can split that in 4 payments if you want to do that as well. And that is also available for the one-on-one coaching as well. So I'm making sure it's easier so that you don't have to worry about those lump sums all at one time. Remember, we're not focusing on how much is that. We want to see with this investment, what is my return to get out of here? Many people quit working in their job. One of the stories I heard in here, like I said, there's 47,000 members who have already gotten this course already, including myself. You can get this. And one of the ladies in there, she said she made $560,000 last year in her business because of Ultimate Branding Course. Now, I don't know what all her numbers are tracking, but that was the highest income she's ever seen. You've got to have a support foundation to help you build your business. So what's included in here is you're going to have weekly calls to help if you need any questions answered. Do that. 12 months of content provided by me, well worth over $12,000. Any updates, ladies and gentlemen, that ever happen to this program, to this course, you will get lifetime updates. And they recently did some, so no charge for that. There's no monthly cost and there's no annual fees. And if you wanted to resell this course, you could do that if you want to and get 100% of the profit. But once you get the course, I can talk with you a little bit more about that. But if you want to simply get this course, learn from it, build from it, increase your business, then this is what you want to invest in. I'll drop the link down below. So if you wanted to do that, it's only $4.99. You have the option to do pay in full, that's fine. Or you can split the payments up. It's no extra interest for you to do that. But those are the 2 options that we've got on the table to help you expand and move forward this year.
Hey, yeah, Lorie,
I'm here.
can I have a conversation with you before I make the decision to sign up on this?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we talk, before I like to do that?
Yes, I love that.
Okay.
And I'll drop the link for the one-on-one because that one's only limited to 3. So let me pull that. Does anyone else have any question? Marie.
Oh, no questions. Great. It was great. I'm glad I joined. Thank you.
I'm glad you did. The coaching allows me to go way deeper with you guys. So, but yeah, I can't definitely tell my coach that price because why? And I want to see you guys win. So for that part of it, I really am not trying to bang you over the head with $50,000 or $20,000, which it could be, because you got to just take a look at what is the return. $2,500, and then you sell a house and your commission is $12,000 or more, it paid for itself, right? You got what you needed. Shayna, your commissions vary with each deal, right? 2,500 or 500, whichever, you'll make that back tenfold with your next deal coming up. And the goal is to get your business doubled or tripled from whatever you were doing before. So the decision is yours. I can't wait to work with you guys on that. That part is over. You guys have done an amazing job of hanging through there through the 2 hours and 10 minutes. But you can take a look at that and make 2 different decisions on one. This was fun. I'm gonna just stick with what I'm doing. I'm okay with what my income is. I'm okay. Or two, you can really move forward with things and say, look, we need to make some changes. I'm going to take action and figure out this is going to be the one. I'm going to decide this is going to be the one that's going to help me move forward. Again, that course for $4.99 is not something that you have to go all the way through. If you know someone who is looking for a job, this is what you may want to get for them so that they can hire themselves. I promise you, someone is looking for a job on Indeed right now. They are. And with the information that is included in there, that course alone is teaching someone how to be an entrepreneur. They can be a digital entrepreneur and work anywhere around the world. There's no limitations, and there's definitely no income opportunities. I just let you know, one lady made extra $500,000 in her own business simply because she took this course, right? So for those that are ready to take action on that, I'm available. So if you wanted to, I would say schedule something quickly so that we can at least move forward. Send me a message, and what I'll do is I want to schedule something with you so that we can get your questions answered. Purpose Finder quiz. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Let me get you this Purpose Finder quiz. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. See, I didn't forget on purpose. I didn't forget on purpose. This is a treat for yourself. Thank you, Emma. Appreciate you. All right, so I'm putting the Purpose Finder quiz in the chat box. Figure out what your breakthrough is. Awesome, awesome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, until the next time, I will continuously have some of these sessions going on throughout the year, of course, just to make sure that we're supporting your business, giving you everything that you need to help increase your business and your presence online. So I'll definitely will see you in the real estate community, and definitely will see you on these webinars very, very soon. All right. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week on purpose.